And hello, everybody. Welcome. It's homecoming week here at Wasatch High School. This is Wasatch High School football, 5A Utah Athletic Association. Homecoming week here at Wasatch High School, brought to you by Sting TV. Thanks for joining us. I am Brent Martindale. I'm here with Ken Purdy. Ken Purdy, homecoming has got to always be a fun time.
Yep. Coach, and the stands are usually it's about 5 to 8 minutes into the first quarter before you get it full like this, and we are packed. And 65 of the Hall of Fame entry, Mr. Giles, so 65 family members. That's awesome.
Yeah, full of that. They had that little bit of celebration before Cal Giles was inducted last night into the Wasatch High School Hall of Fame. So, Ken, tonight a big matchup with a huge, very successful tradition team, the Orem Tigers, visiting in town. And Ken, it's Friday the 13th for somebody tonight, right?
So it sure is, and it happens to be our homecoming. So excited for that. Probably not so excited to play the Orem Tigers. 4-0 start this season. They beat Pleasant Grove, American Fork, Farmington.
West Jordan,
and put it on West Jordan.
Yeah.
And walking in, just seeing the size of the quarterback and the receivers was impressive.
Yeah.
So they are a large group of young men.
But you know what? That's what homecomings are for.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So
absolutely, they. I'm sure they've come in a little overconfident before.
Face a very good at home Wasatch Wasps. They have always traditionally been strong at home, and they are coming off I'm sure to them a little disappointing loss, but the 6A Weber matchup last week, Wasatch held their own, especially in the first half,
right,
and ended up losing 35-16. But
indicative of a young team, Brent. You've coached for years. You got indicative of a young team is they kind of sputter out and not being able to finish, and they'll as they grow, they'll figure that part out.
Kickoff has begun this game. The Orem Tigers won the toss. No, I'm guessing Wasatch won the toss.
Oliver Bills
elected to kick off.
Oliver Bills Jr. returning that. Not a bad return. He fought hard to get it back to the 20 where he could just take a knee, and Wasp got to the ball. There were too many ball carriers to mention. Tacklers, excuse me.
Can you mention the Orem Tigers really tough this year? They are ranked number 2 in the 5A, right behind Timpview. Both teams, of course, from the Region 7 here. And they are also ranked 6th overall in the state now.
They are legit this year.
They will be led by junior quarterback Tayden Ka'awa, and he is in the backfield right now in shotgun. And here we go, Ken. He's also in the backfield with, it looks like, that's back to pass quickly. Wasatch puts pressure. The pass is downfield.
Round aid,
and that'll be short.
Job.
Immediately
got him out of the pocket. Look, Mr. It looks like Crew Baxter was right on his heels along with Heath Budd. Heath is a motor, and 9 and 8 looks super similar, but I believe that was Heath that pushed him out of the pocket. Anytime you can make this guy move, we don't want to let him set because he was on the run and just tossed it about 40 yards effortlessly.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. That's got to be a good sign, Ken. See Wasatch come out quickly in that defensive line.
Coach Gurr is a savant, and so I'm sure he's been in film all week long, and he's going to dial up some pressures, do some stuff to mask some coverages that these guys haven't seen, I promise you.
2nd and 10. Handoff is given, it looks like, to number 1, Feliti Ayanga. Ayanga is their top rusher. He has basically 7 yards a carry, and that's about what he got there.
Parker Turner came up and made a lick on him, but that was a 6, 7, 8 yard gain. So make a short third down.
Ayongi, it says he has 341 yards on the season, which is about 7 yards average carry. It'll be 3rd and 2. Ka'awa goes back. The completion.
There you go.
Will be a first down.
I'd like Dalton to step on it, but he's got some responsibilities. I think Dalton sees that again. He's gonna close on that a little quicker.
Pass was completed to Kauwe Akana, also a junior. He is their top receiver, 30 receptions, 600 yards in reception.
We would know all about Akanas. We had a couple here.
Is that the Akana family?
Yeah, okay. I believe it. I believe it. If it's not, it's in the tree. Because they can ball.
The first down of the game will be from the Orem Tigers, so it'll be 1st and 10. They are on their own 33-yard line.
Nice.
The run is stopped by Wasatch,
and that's
maybe a couple of yards.
That's going to be a win for us. And coming up making the hit, and I lost it. I believe it was probably 30. It was probably Caden Brown excuse me.
Jack Neff in there.
Yeah,
too,
Jack Neff was in there.
Okay.
Jack is a heat-seeking missile. He is not the biggest of dudes out there, but he will put his hat on somebody.
It'll be 2nd and what I'm guessing is about 6. Pass up and it's complete for the Tigers. The completion again to Akana.
Ashton Nord coming off the edge, off that left edge, and was right in the passing lane. Got his hand up a little bit late. But again, Coach Gurr looks like he's done some study on this offense and knows what they're going to do because he's putting a guy right in his face.
Yeah, the pressure seems good.
It is.
But, boy, that receiver, that's too open to have a guy that caliber.
Right. Well, and we're giving him a lot of room. It's the bend, don't break theory.
Okay.
It looks like Aiden is over there. Aiden Kinzinger is a junior DB.
Ka'awa hands it off again to Ayongi. Ayongi goes around, so he's not going to only maybe get a yard or 2 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Nice pursuit to the ball. Orem kind of getting away from a little bit of inside zone stuff. They're getting great push on us on the D line when they run the ball. When they pass the ball, they must be setting it a little bit slow because we're making some penetration. I'd like to see us gap it up.
Crew Baxter pushing him out of bounds quickly on that play. Only a gain of. There is no gain on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
In motion, and they're going to go
empty. back to throw. Pass is complete again to Ayongi. Ayongi's got
hold. Gosh, that's a hold, and they just missed it.
Down the line, fight one more player.
That's a hold.
And no flags on the play.
That is unfortunate. That the side judge is right on that, and that's a hold. And that pops that.
Ayongi was brought down at the 1-yard line, so it will not be a touchdown, but it will be a 43-yard gain.
And those are the things. Those are the breaks we need. Those are the breaks we need is to get a call like that and bring it back. And you saw number 4. If my YouTube viewers want to back me up, as soon as he did it, he raised his hands up like he didn't do it, which is pretty indicative of the fact that he admitting that he did it. So that's
play,
a bummer.
The rushing touchdown by Ka'awa, and the Orem Tigers have scored. And with 9:07 left.
If I got Orem fans that are worried about me being a little stressed about that, hey, we need every break we can get, folks. So that right there, there was good push on the ball. And I can't remember what corner it was that got underneath there.
Maybe
they replayed that and I missed it. But he got held.
Kauwe Akana also is their kicker, as it appears. So the extra point will be up for Orem, and it is good. So 7-0 lead for the Orem Tigers here early in the first quarter at Wasatch High School.
Well, and here's I've had a coach tell me before, there's holding on every play. You're going to get held, but to be that blatant, on a real quick screen over there, we need all the help we can get.
I missed who made the tackle at the 1-yard line. But I remember thinking kudos to that Wasatch player that
Keep it going.
did not give up on the play.
I was still crying about the hold. I didn't even see it.
So we'll be able to go back. You viewers might be able to see, and we'll find out who that was that made the great save tackle at the 1 yard line. But Orem will score on the next play. So
yeah, quickly too. First drive didn't look like anything they were other than the rollout that wasn't working for them. We were getting some pressure, but other than that, they were pretty much able to do what they wanted to do.
Wasatch made Ken, some good plays defensively.
Right.
They were holding. In fact, they held before that big play burst out.
Right.
They held Orem to no gain, and so, but the big run by Akana.
And those are hard to hit.
Ayongi, sorry. Here's a return this time. Anderson's got space on the sideline. He's finally brought down. That means that will be a 35-yard gain.
I got Richard Brand. Was that Anderson or Brand? Was that 23? So I got Anderson Brand on the roster. Richard Brand, Jr.
Well, got to say, I did not catch the number. So
where is Mr. Anderson at? William is number 19. But Mr. Brand will start in the backfield.
That's a 36-yard return for Wasatch.
Trips
immediately
formation.
Puts them in decent field position. So here we go. Mac Kelson back in the shotgun and trying. They have a couple of times gotten teams offsides, but that handoff's going to immediately go nowhere. But
and historically, some of the best defensive linemen and linebackers in the state, and they've got a couple. They got a few secondaries sprinkled in the D1 level too. So we got a couple of them play for BYU.
Carry was Richard Brand for Wasatch, and there will be a no gain on that, no loss, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That might be a win tonight, Brent. That might be a win tonight. A no gain, no loss. Same formation.
Matt Kelson back, 3 receivers to the left of the field. It's going to go to Brand one more time. This time he swings around to the left. He's got space.
Nice hole.
And he's finally held down, brought down.
So they brought
that'll be a first down.
So they brought that, looked like that nickel or that outside linebacker. They got put 5-man pressure, and Mr. Brand just picked his way through there. He was a little patient on that time. He wasn't able to be patient on the last one because they were in the backfield so quick. So kudos to the line there.
So is that a planned play where it looks like it's going to go the same, but then they switch route?
I don't know if it's a planned play.
He
just took his time right there and line stood him up. So
that'll be a 12-yard gain for Richard Brand, and the first down. And once again, Brand is met at the line. It looks like it will be
and 4 guys on him.
Forward progress again to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
4 Tigers on that tackle, so we're missing somebody, or we were supposed to get outside and leave those guys and run the other way. So,
or maybe it's a setup for the next play.
We stick with the trips formation. Mr. Brand in the pistol formation, which is right behind the quarterback.
2nd and 10 for Wasatch. Matt Kelson hasn't thrown a pass yet. And, boy, this is a little different, Ken, isn't it, from the previous seasons of Coach Coburn's rapid-fire, no-huddle. Once again, Brand breaks through.
Great run. So he's hitting the hole. When the hole's there, he's making good use of it. I'm not doing stats, but
that will be a 7-yard gain.
Which puts us in good position.
Brand. And they enter Orem territory, so they will be 3rd and 3 on the Orem 42-yard line.
Told me the Wasps wouldn't have thrown a pass by now. I would have called you a liar, Brett. But we are running the ground game, and we're having a little bit of success.
For sure. It'll be 3rd and 4. Long 4, short 3.
They've got a pass coming. Yeah. Trying to get them to jump, and hopefully our guys didn't jump.
So play clock was down.
Maybe that's what they was. Oh, that's on us.
Yeah. So they just apparently didn't get it off. So I don't know what the call was. What did they just call that?
Gremlins. Gremlins.
So I'm guessing in a procedure call, so it'll now be 3rd and 8 or so for Wasatch here on this first drive.
They're going to bring 5.
Passes up and complete. That is to Morris. Morris gets down near the first down.
He's got it. That's an outstanding play.
Drexton Morris, first completion of the first pass of the night for the Wasatch Wasps.
When we like Drex, I call him tight end, but they have not lined him up over there. Drexton's young, and that was a great pitch and catch. So first pass tonight.
Yep,
and it goes down. It's for first down. So 2 first downs for the Wasps.
Wasatch matching the success so far of Orem. The only difference is the big play that Orem had. So
our
first and 10.
Best bet to stay with these guys is keep their offense off the field. And we're doing that.
That looked like a helmet. That's going to be called.
And inadvertent. He didn't. That wasn't intentional. But it's still, the appearance of evil. You're going to get it, especially with the quarterback.
That's Alex Snow, a senior for the Tigers, accidentally grabbed that helmet. So let's see what the official call will be.
And that's that's game plan. Mac's going to have to run the ball a little bit. They're dropping. You can see where they're bringing 5 and 6 at a time. They appeared to bring 7. They brought 5, dropped an outside backer, and everybody in coverage the back turn. Mac's going to have to get some yards. So our third first down.
So the official call was a personal foul, face mask, and a first down for 15 yards. Wasatch now in at the 25-yard line of Orem. But Kelson again back. He looks right. Now he's looking left. He's got a man open, and it's just beyond the reach.
There's a former quarterback, Tyler Purdy. Tyler, before this day is over, I want you to come. You got to recount the Judge Memorial game and his sweet wife. Thank you, Callie.
Again, mingling with the family and the friends.
Little dinner
here at Wasatch.
Family
I'm
affair.
really sad he didn't bring me one of those.
I know, Coach.
That's all right.
I didn't think he'd bring it for me, to be honest with you.
It'll be 2nd and 10. The intended receiver for Wasatch on that play.
Ball was on the money. That was a tight
throw.
Like
it was Brody Hume. I can't remember, but
it was tight window. But he dropped it right in there. And
2nd and 10. Kelson again back. He's got pressure. Passes complete. No, it's incomplete.
So and Hume is open.
Mason Gomez was the intended receiver.
Or that was Drexton was open, and Mason Gomez we got to have that catch. Mason knows
have
that.
Some pressure on his back.
Yeah, and that's why you got to catch it away from your body and secure it. And those little things, Brent, matter.
Against a good team. Yep.
Those drops matter.
It'll be 3rd and 10. Matt Kelson back. Once again, Richard Brand in the backfield with him. Brand so far with a great game
outstanding game
on the run, but it'll be 3rd and 10. 5:14 left. Brand in motion. Kelson looks complete pass is good.
Get up, Brax.
And that is again Braxton Probst. That's the first catch of the night for Probst, who's been the number 1 target for Kelson.
And Brax is getting a little bit more confidence every game. He didn't see much time last year. And first game in Park City, he was not getting upfield like that. And you're seeing a different kid now get a little more confidence. And that's a great play on a 3rd down. And we're going to, obviously we're going to go
4th and 5. Wasatch is going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Brent, regardless, this has been a great drive for us.
Kelson looks, he's got pressure coming. He's been pushed out of bounds, and that's going
too much time.
Just not a man open for Kelson, so he could not get it. And then he had quick rush.
Yeah, Max, smart play.
That was trying to see the number
10, I believe it was again.
That would be Alex Snow again. Yeah. So
he's, you've seen a traditional Orem D lineman, and he is a big individual. And Alex he's big. He's a little thin, but man, this kid is cat quick.
So the risk on 4th down does not pay off, but as Ken mentioned, a good series of offense for Wasatch.
Very promising.
Now Orem back on the field, takes over by possession. And that run, that was a fake. And it was this time lateraled, and there it goes. And that's going to be Oliver Bills, I believe, got the The lateral from Ka'awa.
Dude, proud of Parker Turner. He is putting his hat on some people, and that was a good tackle. Looked like excuse me, folks. Ashton Nord ran right by. It was a little play action or
almost like an option
play. And
first time we've seen that.
And those you got to have option rolls, so somebody's got to tackle the quarterback regardless. So I don't know Ashton's assignment is on that, but.
Iongi in motion. Ka'awa throws. It's going to be complete to Akana.
There we go. Nice job.
Down quickly.
Oh, outstanding play by Caden Brown. And that's why we like him at nickel, because he just closes distance, gets up there. Outstanding play. And now it's still second and long. That play before went for a touchdown. So
the completion.
Great job, Caden.
Did gain 2 yards, so it will be 2nd and 8. 3:35 left here in the first quarter. Orem with the early lead, 7-0. Orem just on their second possession of the game, and Wasatch doing their job in pushing wherever they can.
Yeah, 2-by-2 formation. They've run this most of the night.
Ka'awa back has
nice
another
ball.
Completion, and this is out of bounds. I don't believe
not gonna
enough
get it.
for a first down. Oliver Bills, again, another target. Bills has been the number 1 target so far tonight, but
Brandon, I'm going to ask you.
Has been for the season.
I'm going to ask you for pronunciation on the quarterback. Kawa.
I thought it was, and I asked somebody earlier, Ka'awa is what I was told, and that's what it looks like is Ka'awa.
Spencer, thank you for the thing. It was not a hold. Spence, I've been watching football for a while. So,
handoff is to Iongi.
He runs hard.
He's going to get the first down and more.
And it was Parker Turner who made the tackle on the touchdown. So thank you for that, Spencer. But we are going to agree to disagree.
That'll be about a 14-yard gain for Iongi, the senior for the Tigers. Not many seniors, got to say.
No, it's a young team, and they are talented.
There's a few, but not many. There's a lot of 11s and 10s on there, and I'm looking on this roster. So it'll be 1st and 10. They're in Wasatch territory on the 40-yard line.
Bring a safety blitz.
Back, big throw to the end zone. He's got a man open.
Boy, that kid has got a rocket. Receiver number 13, and it was barely the time. Dalton Hill on the coverage, and just if Kawa make him feel a little better, that was a catchable ball.
Yeah, that was a beautiful throw, it looked like, but it was a little beyond him. Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 10, again from the Wasatch 40-yard line.
Brenner, we got great replays. The truck, you guys are doing such a great job. Motion, then
handoff is going to be met.
So
at the line, Wasatch again stops the run.
So 20 personnel, which means 2 running backs back there. We would call it pro backs back in our day, and then they send one in motion to kind of get another defender out of the box, and we stayed right there and didn't work on us. So 3rd and long. Hey, Coach Gurr, this is exactly where we want to be in the 3rd and long.
3rd and 9 for the Orem Tigers. Wasatch putting pressure on. Ka'awa back. He's going to pass. He got pressure, but the completion is made.
So my guy Caden, when we've talked about this when I helped coach, got to get heavy hands on those guys and not let them go by us. Caden's in a zone coverage, so it's not necessarily man-to-man. He's got to stay there, but when an offensive player crosses your face, you got to reroute him.
Boy, the pressure was quick, almost out of the hands.
And here's the other thing, too. That is an outstanding Iongi is an outstanding athlete.
So the completion was actually that time to Mac Ellison. And that will be a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wasatch 23-yard line.
That's a nice play.
Iongi once again.
Almost got him. Good job.
That is Beckham Curtis.
Yeah,
with the carry for the Tigers.
That was Heath Budd who almost made that in the backfield. He read it very nicely, and as you mentioned, who made tackle for us?
I want to say I lost it. I want to say it was Baxter, but I don't know if that's right. So we apologize if we didn't catch that.
They have done a good job anchoring the middle for us. Brady Hume, number 11. moved from linebacker up to stand-up DN. He's done an outstanding job.
2 yards gained on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ka'awa back to pass again. Once again, Iongi
nice job.
Open, and he has the completion. It'll
Nice
be about
job.
3 yards maybe on the play.
Caden Brown on the tackle. And, that's what we love Caden about. He's got a lot to digest at that nickel position. You're kind of a hybrid linebacker.
Right.
You got run, pass responsibility. So good job on him coming up. And I mean, just great pitch and catch. I mean, you can't say enough about 11's arm. This kid's he has got a D1 body and a D1 arm.
It'll be 3rd and 5. Wasatch taking a stand here. 3rd and 5. Ka'awa back. He's got plenty of time. No, he almost brought down enough pressure to make that pass
go
over.
Do we have a flag sitting down there? Was it inadvertent?
What
is that sitting? Are you seeing that in the end zone?
Okay.
No, beyond that, in the end zone, there's something yellow.
I don't know what that is. That's a good
Maybe
point.
that's just a party favor. Spence, we're still going at it. The officials don't count. you cannot side with the officials.
It looks like the kicking team is coming on for Orem, and that's a good stand for Wasatch.
That's a win for us.
It'll be Kawe Akana out to kick what looks like it'll be about a 34-yard field goal. It is up and good. Akana can do it all, looks like, for the Orem Tigers. So 10-0. Wasatch, you got to say, as you mentioned, Ken, I think that's got to be a little victory.
Yeah, absolutely.
For Wasatch to keep that drive from reaching even the red zone.
And we'll take miscues. So 11 overthrows his monster tight end number 5, who was open. Mismatch on Caden.
With some heavy pressure from the D line.
Right. So but that's what happens. So Coach Gurr dialing up defensively and slowing them down a little bit. We have got to come and score. So, and we've seen some success running the ball. Mac's going to have some success on quick throws. He's not going to have a lot of time to sit back there and look at it.
Right.
So let's see what adjustments we make, and if we if we can get anybody behind their secondary. So
the kickoff by Akana is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Wasatch will take over at the 20.
Usually the run game opens up the pass game, and you want to have a good blend. And we got to have success. Which one was it? Mason need to catch that ball. So with that catch, that puts us close to a first down. Those little things matter. Things got to go our way.
4 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Orem Tigers with a 10-0 lead over homecoming Wasatch Wasps here in Heber City. Matt Kelson back.
A little motion, little exchange
Handoff
there.
will be to
Nice
Baxter. To Brand, excuse me. Brand getting a few yards. I'm impressed with Richard Brand.
That's number 2. That's Hutch Solomon.
Oh,
the first time we've seen Hutch. And remember, we've had some experiment with Hutch playing some running back, and he's done a great job. Last home game he was here. So coaches running back by committee, even though Brand was having some success. There's things that Hutch can give us that Brand's not going to give us.
Gotcha.
Hutch is a little bit more experienced, a little longer in the tooth, and can catch the ball very well.
So the end of the first quarter, we'll have a break here. Thanks for joining us on Sting TV. We will be right back here with the beginning of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back. We are at Wasatch High School. Wasatch now facing north at the second quarter.
Oh, nice.
The beginning of the second quarter.
This is great. Coach Lang just showed me that we got a video feed in here. So for us with weak eyes, nice play. Get outside,
again,
Hutch.
That's Solomon. He's going to be surrounded by Tigers. Brought down.
Hasn't played a lot of running back. Do not shuffle your feet against this group. You get to the outside, find a seam and get up. And Hutch is hobbling.
Yeah, Hutch is limping off back to the huddle or back to the backfield. No gain on the play. In fact, I think they're going to say lost a yard.
Hutch is out, and Will Anderson's coming in.
William Anderson, number 19, come in at the back.
We haven't seen him tonight.
It'll be third down at about 5 for Wasatch here on the first possession of the second quarter. Right immediately, it's given to Anderson.
Good job,
he is pushed over. Will be a first down.
That kid is a warrior. Love that kid. Little info on the Orem side. Orem quarterback's also a great baseball player.
I think their helmets. Look at their helmets are connected.
Oh, it's on him. It's connected to him.
So if you can see that, on the screen.
They just fell off. That's great.
That's Anderson, and looked like it'll be number 58
Brother,
for Ceci Nelson.
So that tells you,
you just don't see that.
Will is not afraid to put his hat on it. And that kid's about twice his size.
So the clock was stopped, and now it'll start again. But the referee gave that look of that he had never seen anything like that before. So first down for Wasatch here at the beginning of the second quarter. Matt Kelson, the little movement there, Matt Kelson is going to keep it. He's going to run himself. We're swinging around the right side. He's going to have to slide down.
Good job.
Too many Tigers
That's what he got to do.
I know Matt Kelson does not want to do that.
No, he doesn't. But for our season
for the franchise. Although we know we have very capable backup quarterbacks here. We were able to see that each of the last couple of weeks. So
I like our viewers too. And Spencer made it a good point. Just hanging in. West Jordan was just crushed by this time. So we're doing very well to hang in there. And again, like you said, Brent, home cooking a little bit. That's a nice little play.
Second,
got to get open. Got to get
Kelson
open.
Has a man.
That's
complete.
I'll tell you what. This dude is making a name for himself. Cash Coombs
with the reception.
Watched the broadcast last week, and they said his name a lot. So this kid is stepping up big.
That'll be an 18-yard gain and a first down.
And that's not an easy
throw.
Wasatch. He's rolling out.
So rolling to your left, throwing a little to your right.
He waggled right.
Not an easy play.
Rolled left and put it on him. So that's vintage Matt Kelson. There you go, Will. You just ran into a dog right there, buddy.
William Anderson was hit quickly.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that was 24.
Number 50, who just laid it on him.
Calvin Gardner's 24 helped a little bit afterwards.
Mr. Appo.
But it was 50.
Mr. Appo, and they got him listed at 6'5". So he does. Yeah, he is a monster, and he's playing on the outside too. If that tells you anything, folks. Usually, your size like that's is a tackle inside. He's on the outside, so he's got a motor.
No loss on the play. In fact, it almost looks like they're possibly. No, it'll be no loss.
Nice job.
Carry through once again. William Anderson.
Great job, Coach Morgan.
Rolling through.
Whoever's spotting for Coach Morgan up in the booth is giving him, what the tendencies are doing, and they're taking advantage of it. And that's been successful all night, and which is odd. And look, now we've moved 50 on the inside. I've never seen that before. He played outside. Now they're moving him on the inside. So it must be their best lineman.
It was a 9-yard gain for Anderson. It'll be 3rd and 1. Pass is complete.
Great catch.
It's going to be a first down.
Nice job.
Rexton Morris.
Drex.
With the reception.
Beautiful catch.
I thought I heard.
Beautiful catch. That was Drex.
Rexton Morris with the first down, although we have some discussion. Looks like I don't see a flag.
What's the discussion?
Oh, there is a flag on the field. Okay.
Where's it at?
It was right there, just near side of us, kind of.
So was it after the play or at the point of the? Oh, geez.
Yeah, holding on Wasatch, so it'll come back. That's going to be basically a 20-yard turnaround.
Brent, and that's crazy because we don't hold. I've never seen it.
So it'll still be third down, but now instead of a first down and in Orem territory, it'll be back to third down and about 6 on the Wasatch 48-yard line. Wasatch desperately needing a first down here to build some type of momentum against this tough Orem Tiger team. Kelson's back. He's got a little time, little pressure.
Little screen, get a block there.
Anderson's got a first down and more. Still on his feet. He has one man to pass, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Hey, that's a heck of a play. Great block. Hey, and I want to get that number, YouTube viewers. I think that was 55 for us, which is our big man is Robbie Whalen. Who made that block on there. No flags on the ground. Great play. So
Wasatch matching the first time their big play of the night.
You saw that develop as a screen. So Tripp's right. And we've been successful with the pistol, but we moved number 50 inside. Looks like they're bringing some pressure on this too. We might get 7-man pressure. Should leave somebody open.
Anderson with the call. Yeah. He's hit at the line. He might have gotten a yard or two.
What I'd like to see right here is a little play action maybe and get a slant. The safeties are man-to-man or appear to be with our slot receivers, and they're playing a little far off. A double slant on the trip side, or we get Brax one-on-one in the corner.
It'll be 2nd and 5. First trip into the red zone for Wasatch here at homecoming against the Orem Tigers. Matt Kelson, another man in motion once again.
I love the shift.
Once again, passes in the hands and out.
Great idea.
And looked like that was going to work. Pass was a little low.
It was. And 22 was on it for Orem, their linebacker. He sniffed that out. So whether or not he would got that, he's a 6'2" Dalen Dye. He's outside backer. He sniffed that out very well.
Drexen Morris almost had it. He was a little disappointed that he didn't.
It's my favorite play. You go through like you're blocking the old fullback in the flats, and then you slip out into the flat and
3rd and goal here for Wasatch. Desperate for a touchdown against the number 2 team in the state right now.
And come on.
We have some type of call.
Okay,
looks like
so
it'll be a timeout.
Thank you.
Called by Wasatch.
I thought he was what I thought they threw the flag on is double, 2 guys in motion at once.
So while we have a timeout, Ken, let's talk a little bit about these teams. Again, Wasatch with a big win against Cypress a few weeks ago, and they have a 1-3 overall record. Their losses were to Park City and Rigby, Idaho. They made a tough trip a couple weeks ago, and then to the 6A Weber team.
Yeah.
They currently are ranked 17th, but the RPIs do come out, the official state RPIs do come out on Monday.
So that might change a little bit.
So it might change, and especially a strong showing here against Orem would be very beneficial in the RPIs, but we're pretty early. Wasatch
7:50 left to play in the second half, or second quarter till the half, and Wasatch down 10-0. A score would be, but you're going to take points here, so I'm going to assume we don't make this. We're going to kick a field goal, which would be unfortunate, but we'll take it.
3rd and goal. Once again, Matt Kelson back in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. No, he's giving it to, he kept it. He's rushing in, and he's going to be down about to the 2-yard line.
So this is superior defense. Do you? And they're staying in. We're going for it.
Wow.
And that and I'll tell you what, Mac doesn't do a lot of RPOs, and that was a great read by him. By the way, that was a great push.
Crowd coming alive here.
Oh, and Orem, there you go. Orem's going to call a timeout. As they should. So number 50 is a dude for Orem. Mr. Appo.
That's right.
You see him move in. Really, they move him where they need him. He's such a great athlete, but I would not run his way. I'm not an offensive coordinator, but Spence, yeah, you're right. Number 55 got that block, which was fantastic. That got us down there on the screen call. So Coach Morgan dialing it up tonight, and I love what he has come out and done. Going to the run game earlier, he has established that, and hopefully that will open up Mac a little bit. Now you're pretty limited to what you can do right here. Run some inside zone, get outside on these guys, both of which they're strong, right?
Right.
Again, I would take advantage of the safeties who are a little bit deep, but they have so many athletes out there.
So Wasatch going to go for it here. Orem took them by surprise. I think they were expecting a field goal attempt, so they had to call the timeout.
Right.
I got to tell you, Ken, when I was a volleyball coach, if I always got the big teams to call a timeout, I was happy. But
something off the right side, little lead off the right side, and that's the right thing.
Kelson with a little motion. He's going to his right. He's going to take it in, and he's mad, and that's going to be stopped.
Good idea, and I said the same thing. I'd go off that right side. He just cut it up. We missed the block right there, or something got messed up. But good idea. Good idea. We leave it at no points. But, hey, what I like is positive is our young receivers are stepping up, catching the ball, and making those and every one of those are going to count, right? There's in today's fast-paced spread offense, a 5-yard hitch pass to the outside is good as that fullback dive that we we grew up with, and it makes the defense, spreads the defense out a little bit. So Wasps on the defensive side.
Orem Tigers will take over at the 2-yard line.
Nice job.
The first rush will be by Iongi.
And Jack Neff.
And he's met at the line for maybe a gain of a yard.
Jack was a second in there. I don't know who the first pickup was, Baxter or Bud. Well, that's a nice little team they got there. That should be a one of the Saturday night sitcom or crime watch. Baxter and Bud, two good athletes inside there. What Coach Gurr did with this front, walking Hume up, they've done very, very well. And these are young dudes. Not a lot of these guys had experience last year.
It'll be 2nd and 8. Orem back to pass. He's got a man.
Get it, Dalt.
Just a little beyond.
Nice job, baby.
Is the pass from Kaawa.
So I'm going to pick on Dalt. I got to coach him. He does such a good job, so he did a little press bail there. Like to have him stay on top and not look back so quick once that guy's behind him. But again, he's not had as good as arm as he's got. He's not had success on the big ball, but it could be coming.
I saw Akana just jogged slow back. He didn't even get in the.
You know what? And Dalt's not
3rd and 8.
That has been successful for him. That's a nice job.
That's with a big stop.
Aiden Kinzinger coming up and making the pop on that. Let me tell you what, that kid is tough as nails, Coach.
Very, very strong
Tough
showing
as
from
nails.
the defense.
He is scared of nothing.
Name it again. Who was it?
Aiden Kinzinger. Looks like he's a little bit shook up, but listen. You look at him. He's a little shorter, and they thought they could go to his side and pick on him, and he does a really good job holding the edge, shedding blocks.
So Orem will be punting. They don't have much room, and boy, the kick is off, and it's a good kick. It's going to be caught at the 50-yard line. So a little.
No, that's 19. That's Will Anderson, I believe. Ooh, I didn't see the yellow shoes. And I know they're cheering, but that was on the punter, not on the kickoff, not on the coverage team. That was a boot.
Again, about 55. I'd give it a 55-yard kick.
Mason Gomez that brought that back. Not much height
on the kick.
Pardon?
Not much height on the kick,
right?
But
it was booted.
Still kept Wasatch.
Nice little spiral.
Wasatch will begin in Orem territory at the Orem 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
And again, listen, we're in this baby, right? 5 minutes left, down 10-0.
And this time it's back to Richard Brand.
Yeah,
Brand is met at the line.
We've had some success on this line, but I'm telling you, that is a talented group. 10, 50.
58.
Man.
Yeah, they're big boys.
And athletic. You know, this isn't just a big that cover 2 yards or gap one gap. These guys cover some ground.
Wasatch has been able to hold their own. They have been down now to the red zone once and within the 30-yard line once.
Brandon, I'm going to get a little rollout.
A bullet over the head.
Boy, Brax had his guy, and I know Matt can throw that. It's tough when you're rolling out your wrong way, and I think he's got a lot of routes running under it, but Brax had his dude, so hopefully the booth saw that. And at number 6, listen, Matt Kelson has got arm to spare, so he can put that on him.
Yeah, he whipped that as much as I've seen this year. The intended receiver was Cash Coombs, and it just went over. He was covered by a couple of players, but
David Rasmussen,
he whipped it in there.
David Rasmussen, this corner here on Braxton is a sophomore. He's got plenty of room too. He sees it.
Oh, and just thrown behind. I don't know if that was a miscommunication there, but he was open.
That is open.
Braxton Probst was open that time.
Darn it.
And it'll be 4th.
So again, those mistakes at this point, we can't miss it, but that's a great call. Coach Morgan could not have put that ball. I mean, that's the exact right call to make. That's the exact call to make down on the end zone. We just gotta hold the block. I believe it was Newt Rockney who said, "Listen, if you block and tackle better than the other team, you're going to win." And so that's really what it comes down to.
There's gotta be
late Tiger just got on there. I think they give him.
And the kick is hit off the side of the foot, and it'll only go about 15 yards.
Got a little pressure. Number 24 for Orem come off the edge. Calvin Gardner, 6'1". He was coming hot, and
that was Cole Moore was the punter for Wasatch, and Orem will have decent field position. See, Ken, I'm going to go back. I know you said it was a right call for that. I would have rather taken 3 points.
You're right. You're right.
Against the powerhouse. Give me some points.
You would be right.
Get me within. But that's just me.
But if you're going to call, and maybe what I'm saying is, if you're going to call a play, run off that right. So that's where
the one that you do. Yeah.
But no, Brent, I think you're right. I'm a little bit of a riverboat gambler,
but. Maybe that type of thing later gives them a little confidence. Say, hey, we know what to do. We can do it. So, I guess I'm more.
Well, Coach Hermanson would say, I would have went for it, and he would have been mad at me, and then he would have grabbed me by the collar, and then we would have kicked it. So, he was my moral compass. But no, I 100% get what you say. And looking at it now, you're down 7 to the 7th ranked team in the state.
10. I would rather be 7. And yet, still, I respect it completely. Wasatch holding tough. So it was 2nd and 6.
I don't know.
That possibly could be a loss of yardage.
I don't know if that was an RPO where, because it was orbit motion, he went in front of him. Ione went in front of him. I don't know if he missed the handoff or it was planned to fake the orbit to get him, chase him, and run it up the middle. And I haven't seen 11 run, but he's got the body to do that.
Okay, you've said the phrase RPO twice. I don't know what that is.
Run pass option.
Okay.
So and really that wasn't that's more of an option play. So you're either gonna hand it or you're gonna keep it and run it. Run pass option is what they'll have this exchange in the backfield.
Wasatch with a big, and that's heavy pressure, but the pass is completed. Oh, and just a millisecond late was that pressure.
Dalt turned to the inside, and really nice job on the receiver, just stepping on it. And
just saying how important this 3rd down hold was. And, boy, unbelievable. Ka'awa was able to
Coach Hermanson's still calling plays. Jen, you and I, we got to put points on the board.
So the 1st down will
that was a great route.
Bring the Orem Tigers into the Wasatch territory at the 48.
Come on.
Iongi is still on his
feet. Gotta have that Cade.
Lots of touches, but lots of speed on the outside.
Yeah, he is legit.
And that'll be a run all the way down to the 30-yard line. So that'll be about a 27-yard run. I swear he touched about 8 of the players.
Right. He's
for
legit.
The Wasatch defense, but he was
legit.
able to go. He is tiny. He's not big. He's listed at 5'9".
Right.
And I think that's gratuitous.
He is a baller.
I don't know if he's 5'9", but my daughter Sydney is 5'9". I think she's taller than that.
So two back.
But he is fast, and it's 1st and 10. This time Kawa's back. He's going to get pressure.
Boy, that's a nice job. He's gone, and that's a fumble. And I think Heath just recovered it.
There's potential.
Tell me he gets this
discussion
ball.
if his knee was down.
No!
So the ball is loose, and a Wasatch player has come up with it.
Sting TV, look at this.
It's going to be Heath Budd, but the referee's now in discussion without the use of a replay monitor.
This is picture perfect defense from a defensive tackle. Come break through there, make the tackle on the quarterback, loosen it up, and then you get your own recovery. That's an outstanding play by that young man.
So the referees are discussing whether the knee was down. Orem trying to do all they can to sell it that it was.
There's no replay for these guys,
but the player was down.
How do we not? So what was the initial call?
So the initial call, there wasn't any type of call other than the play was whistled.
Yeah.
But then, and no indication from a referee was made in any way. And they all just immediately went.
Why do we got to go talk to the Orem coach? Why do we got to talk to him?
So the referees, basically what it is, Ken, right, is they're discussing if his knee was down, it's no longer a fumble.
But the deal is make the call and then go explain it to the coach over there. So if you're going over there to tell him you're not going to call it anyway, you're wasting their time.
And why does the Orem coach get consulted?
Yeah,
what is that?
Yeah, I'm not. Because
is there number 2 in the state?
Well, he stepped out and asked for it.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So maybe,
I did that all the time.
So maybe he just wants some clarification on something, and I would just like him to make a call, and I know he's going to come over.
So now the referee will come all the way over to the other side,
and Coach Morgan, his arms folded. He probably knows where this is going, so he's not too excited about it. And that's why he just stood there with his arms folded. He knew it was a foregone conclusion.
What I'm guessing is they're going to go ahead and call him down.
Well, and he will.
But it also looks like they're marching off yards. Was there a penalty?
And I know you've done a replay. I don't know if we have time to do another one in the bus there or in the truck. But
I am baffled by the marching, the bringing the ball down to the 30-yard line
I don't understand. Why? What?
There is not many happy faces on the Wasatch sideline. So they are bringing the ball to make massive confusion.
Not unbelievable. Does anybody have clarification on that?
Of going what's on it.
We don't know what. Maybe announcers.
But why would they maintain possession at the 30? I don't understand that.
He went through. It was a shoestring tackle, so most likely he was down.
But then he would be down at the 40-yard line instead of the
there's a screen
30. So the play goes on with many baffled parents and
2:50 left.
None of the coaches seem to be arguing on the Wasatch side. So whatever description was made,
we got mad dads, and we can be mad all we want. At the end of the day, they make the call.
But I still don't know why it was brought to the 30,
right?
Instead of where he was brought down. So unless there was some type of play, something made the play dead before the sack. Is the only way you can describe that.
Was it unsportsmanlike? Hands to the face. I can't imagine.
In either case, it'll be 2nd and 5. Iongi is going to get the first down.
Nice seal there. Jack Neff just got sealed off and very well blocked play. So I just, you just hope it doesn't take the steam out of him. I've seen a little bit, we're slowing down, hands on the hips.
Well, and that's the thing is Wasatch players or coaches aren't arguing anything.
Right.
So whatever it was described, And I guess they just had to accept it for whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to know why it wasn't down where he was sacked.
Yeah, I thought it was a question of whether his knee was down or was a fumble.
Opportunity for Wasatch here. It's 3rd and 1. Iongi's going to get it, and he's going to get the first down.
Yeah.
And he's going to go all the way into about the 13, maybe
this
the
kid's too good
yard line
to slip the first tackle. You're just not going to get it. And Coach, I was counting on you knowing that call. I'm waiting for some of the viewers to kind of lay in here, but they don't even know. Mystery, and I'll try to, not Coach Morgan obviously, but I'll try to corner one of the assistant coaches at halftime and find out what that is. But we got to keep him out of the end zone.
1st and 10, near sack again, but
wide open.
The player that receives it was met, but it was a touchdown all the same. Touchdown for the Orem Tigers.
Here's the deal. We can complain about this, but we just gave up another score, right?
81 was the receiver.
And we got a lot of game to play.
Abraham Palmer.
Parker Turner came up, made a great attempt. Guys, just too much momentum going in, but kudos to Parker there. And there was some pressure coming, too. So Coach Gurr had something dialed up. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, once again, Ka'awa was in mid-throw and still made the catch. Still made the throw and the completion. And again, Palmer with the touchdown.
How's 47 just coming on the field?
Kick is up, extra point is good, and so that will make it a 17-0 lead for the Orem Tigers with 1:35 left here in the first half at Wasatch High School.
Good. We're seeing good things both sides of the ball.
Yeah, just a couple of really unfortunate
But with a team this good, Brent, you've got to have some breaks.
Yes.
The ball's got to roll your way. You got to get that fumble. You got to get that block. Or you get a hold that doesn't get called a hold, one of the two. But unfortunate for the Wild. But hey, I like the way they're playing, and this is a legit great team. This is not a good team. This is a great team, well coached.
1:35 left here in the first half. Wasatch back to receive the kickoff. Yeah, I just look at a couple of plays in that. I don't understand, obviously, what happened in that series. And then the play before that was the 3rd down attempt that they almost stopped Orem on that one.
And my eyes are horrible.
Play,
did you see flags on the field?
Yeah, I didn't see any flag. I didn't see a flag. So, the ball will be kicked out of bounds. So Wasatch, and there is a penalty. So that means he touched the ball and then it went out of bounds.
Yeah. So again, young player, he'll get coached up on that. But those are not the breaks that we need, right?
The ball went out of bounds on the kickoff after the player touched it.
Well, maybe they're confirming. Maybe they're no.
Nope, looks like he did not touch it. So they're going to bring it to the
30.
All the way there. There had to be a penalty
35.
for this.
No, that would be a penalty if it went out of bounds.
If it went out of bounds, okay.
So 35. So there's the breaks.
Yep, there's the procedure. So there's the break we talked about. I thought that it touched the player and it went out of bounds. It did not. So
and believe you me, I know people are going to cringe when they hear this. I'm somewhat a journalist, so I have to be a little unbiased, but you could call it a break or a makeup call. Either one, we'll take it.
A minute 35. Wasatch has to get down the field from their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Kelson back to pass. He's got a man open. Once again, that's Nelson. Sorry.
Nice job getting out of bounds.
That is Morris.
Morris, yes.
Drexton Morris. I want to say he's been the number one target all night.
And the thing is, on the ball, Max balls are not easy to catch. You got a lot of pepper on it, and the young kids are doing a good job.
It'll be 2nd and about 5. For some reason, the game clock is not going. So Kelson gets it off, and it is knocked out of the hands of Morris. I believe that's Morris.
That's
Coombs.
Got to have those. You know, as a receiver, which I played, you pride yourself on catching. Man, it just hurts when you don't come up with one,
right.
whether it's a loss or not. Just possession.
It will be 3rd and 5. Wasatch at their own 40-yard line, desperately needing a first down here. 1:26 left. Back to pass. Evades and goes through. The pass is incomplete. Intended receiver was Braxton Probst.
Can't blame that on Brax. That was a little bit. Max just getting pushed out of the pocket a little bit. We had somebody deep. So I really think coming back, we're going to get some 50-50 balls. And I call it a 50-50 ball because,
Wasatch will punt.
Always a chance.
Back to kick is Cole Moore,
Do we have
a sophomore.
Is this a new punter? Was the same young
This
man?
is Cole is the one that did it last time.
Okay.
Cole, I saw him warming up before the game. This time he gets it off and it gets some distance.
And Cole's done that before. Started out a little bit slow and then that's a great kick. Great kick.
And the kick will come down to the Orem 21-yard line. That's where they will take over.
109 left in the half.
109. Defense needs to one more time. Ken needs to hold any big gains. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Sting TV in just a moment. Thanks for joining us.
A lot of football left to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So keep your head in there. Got a little pressure coming.
Lots and lots of time thrown downfield. I could see that was going to be beyond the reach.
Got Parker.
Jackson Sanders was the intended receiver, well covered
this kid
by Parker Turner.
Guys, this kid has got a rocket.
And that was an effortless throw down. Yeah. It'll be 2nd and 10. Yeah, Kyle was he's just an athlete. He's listed here at 6'4".
And obviously a baseball player too, so I bet he's a pitcher. Throws about 90. And
2nd and 10. Kyle back again.
Yeah, that's a nice pitch.
Again, just out of the reach.
That's catchable too.
Out of the reach of Akana. Wasatch may actually find themselves with a little time if they're able to get one more stop here.
Well, you'd like to have now, going back to Brent, and we'd like to have those points on the board, but you don't want to give that one up. And again, we're still perplexed at a 30-yard gain via penalties.
Just not sure what. All right.
Mystery penalties. It had to be something egregious. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but
a little blitzing action.
There we go.
Again, Matt. But again,
put it on him
once again.
Dude, this
unbelievable. How that has happened two times.
He's a tough kid. And, I don't want to say Kawhi rocked a little bit there, but he was a little bit rocked.
But still got the pass off.
Yeah.
It's like he's being held by the defender and still throwing.
Three defenders on one, and he's just shoving it in his chest.
Iongi with the reception. Again, another huge 3rd down completion.
Yeah. Secondary loosened up a little bit, a little deeper than normal.
But my heavens.
53 seconds left.
Pass is complete again to Iongi.
Why not?
Out of bounds.
Why do you not go to
yards? Orem, in my opinion, would have to get some near at least the 25-yard line to have field goal range. But there is 49 seconds left. Wasatch 2nd and 5. They have held and held and held.
Yeah.
Here this first half, but still find themselves down 17-0. But Ken, this is the biggest hold that has to happen here, is right in this series. Kaawa finds some space, he pitches it, and it's complete, and the Orem player runs out of bounds a little early, I thought. But again, Beckham Curtis with, would you call that a completion?
Yeah, well, absolutely.
So that's a pitch. It was a forward sort of.
It's a long pitch.
Side.
Yeah, and you saw Utah do it way back in the day when they beat up Alabama when after Urban left.
1st and 10.
Brian Johnson did that.
Kyle was back He has thrown every time. Got lots of room. The completion once again. That is Iongi. And now to the Wasatch 40-yard line. It's 33 seconds left. Clock is running. It's down to 29. I said they had to get within about to the 25-yard line for a field goal. And they are trying that right now. Ka'awa back again. Lots of time this time. Passes incomplete to Iongi. Oh, he had that terrible.
Those kids coming up there.
Those tough plays in the middle of the field, right?
Laying the wood on that.
Iongi, tough. That is a tough kid.
Brown, Hawkins in on that. So, yeah, tough kid.
Yeah, the Wasatch coverage was good.
Got a quarterback all day long to throw that. You're giving this kid too much time.
Another third down attempt. 15 seconds left.
Easy to say that is a formidable line that they're, and we're not doing a bad job.
Orem would have to complete and stop the clock.
Nice job.
They won't. That's not a first down.
Caden Baxter, great play. Shedding a block.
The placement means it'll be 4th and 1.
Great play by Caden.
All they'll have, they're just going to let the clock run.
So I hope this crowd stands up and gives these guys a hand because they're playing great. That's a great half of football for these guys. That's a great half of football.
Oh, it's a timeout.
Good. Well, if you've got viewers, if you have people in the stands, text them right now and tell them to stand up and give this Wasatch team a shout out. That's a great Orem team.
It looks like Orem has called a timeout with 2 seconds left, and they're going to run a play on 4th down. And why not, right? You have no risk on that opportunity. And that is what Orem will do after this timeout. For your halftime entertainment, stay with us here on Sting TV. We have all of the activities of Homecoming Week. The Homecoming Royalty will be named and presented, and the Wasatch High School Marching Band has a big, huge, beautiful performance for the first time they will show tonight here at halftime. So here we go. 4th and 1, 2 seconds left, and no, we're already stopping it. And now Wasatch is going to call a timeout.
So good job, Coach Gurr. So he's got a little bit of a prevent defense on. Obviously, man-to-man up front. He's got 3 across the goal line. And just want to make sure. So, and you know, the couple of different ways you can play this. You can just drop into a zone and let this kid do that. But you got to dial up a little something to get some pressure and move him out of the pocket, which is tough to do because you leave somebody open, right?
Well, and it becomes to me if they're going to try to throw down to the end zone, which is the only option they have,
right?
Did you say that they do need to pressure somebody extra?
So for me is he's got such a big gun. I want to get some pressure on him, and the distance is enough.
You wouldn't want to give him a lot of time.
So the distance is enough that you know you can throw something under and still come up and make the tackle. Hopefully,
this will be the final play of the first half. Orem 4th and 1. Ka'awa back. He does have pressure. He's got to move a little bit. He's got somebody coming behind him.
Baxter's tackled
to the end zone, and it is no good.
Baxter is tackled on that play, and we don't get a call. What's the white hat watching?
So nothing on that, and the play is good.
I can't be biased on that one. He's tackled.
The Wasatch High School activities all week long. Been fabulous for the kids. And the teachers have put, teachers and admin have put in so much work, but kudos to Drew Camps for all the work she and her group, student government, have done for a fabulous week of homecoming here at Wasatch High School. So tonight, the big game, homecoming game. Wasatch finds themselves down 17-0 to a really tough Orem Tigers. Orem, of course, number 2 team in the 5A, behind another Region 7 team, the Timpview. Orem, all business here tonight. However, Wasatch has had their moments. They have most definitely held their own. Ken Purdy back here
running late
with us also. The kickoff is going to go into the end zone. So, Ken, we did hear while we got a quick minute. Let's talk about what we heard down there, the whole confusion of the play
inadvertent
in the
whistle.
second quarter.
And so I'm still perplexed how it ended up where it ended up.
Right.
And not indicative of where the spot was.
Right.
So I'm
just saying, I'm guessing
on that.
It means that since it was an inadvertent whistle, the play was given over. But I don't understand the part where Orem had a choice in something.
Right.
And I'm not sure if that was, they could either take it, I don't know.
So,
we're going to try to get more clarification, but.
And there's a lot of stuff going on, and I complained about the last play of the game. We're on offense here.
Yeah. Wasatch will take over. That's a face mask. I don't see a flag yet.
Yeah, and he's going to pile drive him into the ground.
And I don't see a flag.
They're really too good to do that. But even on the last play, I was talking to the line coach and said, Baxter got tackled, and he goes, yeah, but we had a penalty too, so it would have washed it out. So again, refs doing the best they can, trying to see everything they can, and we understand that. But
a few boos in the crowd just now. There was a clear face mask, but not one of the referees. Pass is complete, but met. That's going to be a completion to Braxton Probst. Probst was able to catch it, but barely get a few yards. There was no gain on the first down. They're now 2 yards on the second play. So it'll be 3rd and about 8 is what we're looking at for Wasatch here on this first possession of the second half.
And our video replay is down on the phone, but we do have it live right in front of us.
Matt Kelson back, 3rd and 8. And not able to get, that defensive line.
Coming hot.
Kelson has lots and lots of pressure, and it is going to be 3 and out for Wasatch here. And the punt team will come on. So the punt scenario has not been the strongest part of their game tonight. Although Colmore was able to get
the last one off
40-yarder, the last one. So Colmore back to kick, the sophomore for Wasatch. Back to receive is for the Tigers. This time it is high and deep. That's a pretty good kick.
Yeah, got him going back on his heels and
does take a warm bounce.
Yeah, we do not want Mr. Yayangi to have that ball in his hands. He makes things happen.
And that, explain that to people. The high punt is important because it gets the defender down, right?
Right.
How it works.
So again, I kind of want to come back on our side. We're a little bit stung by some of the calls. You can't let that fact go and cloud up. We got a whole second half to play, and these kids are playing the guts. I played a great half of football, but again, with a team like this, we need those breaks, right? Orem can have some missed calls and still be successful. We've got to have those calls. So we got to make some things happen. We need some turnovers. Looks like number 9.
The carry by Oliver Bills.
Have we seen him?
They gained Bills was a target a couple times on pass play, and then I do believe he ran it at least once or twice.
Number 4, Riker Mickelson checked in here. Little 2-back set here with Iongi back there.
Game of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I think Mickelson's also a linebacker as well.
Back. This time he has 2 backs behind him.
So a little bit of a heavy set here.
Kawa fakes left.
Covered very well.
Passes over the intended target, wide open was Tika Wesley.
It'll look like there's a number 45, and I don't have a name for. No, yeah, it's number 45, 46.
For Wasatch?
Is that Austin? No, it's outside linebacker. Austin. That's 45, isn't it? I don't know who that is.
And
but
we don't have the 45 on the roster.
So that was rollout, and so you have certain rules, and somebody failed to pick up that tight end coming across. We had the flat covered and we had the deep ball covered, but we did not have the tight end covered.
The incomplete pass leaves Orem with a 3rd and 6. A big stand here for Wasatch. Kahawad's going to pass, and
Great
it is
ball.
complete again. I'm not kidding, Ken. They have got to be 4 for 4 on 3rd down completions or more.
Hill on the
They
tackle
just seem
and the
to make
cover, and he's a little shook up. I'm hoping their booth's not looking at that and try to go to him. And I'm not sure our side seen that.
Orem into the territory of Wasatch at the Wasatch 40. It'll be 1st and 10, and they are marching again. Just ever so little bit at a time sometimes.
Very nice play.
Iongi gets the call. He's still on his feet. It's going to be near a first down.
And I think he's got it. If not, he's close.
Iongi's ability to quick dart left, quick dart right.
So they're collapsing.
Accelerate. So strong, so quick.
So, I don't know. It's not necessarily a counter play, but it's going one way. They're collapsing the line to the left, and Iongi's just cutting it back he's just sealing the edge off, and he's such a good athlete.
About 9 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Kawa back to pass. Pass is complete. This time to Jackson Saunders, brought down by a couple of Wasps. Looks like the first one met
Brock
was
Hawkins,
25, Dalton Hill. And, you mentioned Brock Hawkins.
So shout out to Iongi, too. So great run right there. He just did a blitz pickup and picked up a kid, just about got bent over, but that play's successful because number 1, Iongi, just picked up that blitz.
1st and 10 at the Wasatch 19-yard line, I guess.
Same play.
Once again.
Same play.
Changes speeds. No one to get him, and he's in the end zone.
So it's a
touchdown, Orem.
So it's a little bit of a count. So he's getting the handoff. It looks like he's running right. They're collapsing the left side of the line. They're sealing it off, and then he just comes back across, and very nicely done. And why not go back to it, right?
That is the first time I felt like they just steamrolled the defense that time. As we mentioned earlier, the first half, Wasatch never seemed steamrolled.
Sure.
And they just did there.
That play has been successful for them all night long. So Coach Girl will get on the film. He'll get on, we have that big TV on the sidelines and make an adjustment.
The extra point is good. It's 24-0, quick score for the Orem Tigers here in the 3rd quarter.
And I'm looking down there. It looks like Parker Turner is out for us. So and that was my fear tonight, is getting some kids hurt. And Parker's he's hurt that elbow before. It's taped up pretty good, and it did not look like he's coming back.
Wasatch will receive the kickoff. As we mentioned, it is homecoming week here. And I mentioned earlier, kudos to Drew Camps. The activities have been fun all week. Started on Monday with Chalk the Block. They were able to do that. They also had they brought back the traditional water slide. I don't know if you remember that at all.
Oh, yeah. With the fire department?
Yeah,
I love it.
The fire department came. It's been 5 years since the last time they did the water slide.
Is that because the water shortage?
I'm not sure. I guess that's probably a good reason.
I mean, if I was in high school, that would be my favorite thing.
So if you can picture what we're talking about, as the kickoff goes into the end zone, Wasatch will take over at their own 20. The water slide is it used to be a fun tradition. In fact, I remember the volleyball teams always doing it. And they put a big, massive tarp out on the field, which is north of the building, main campus, on a hill. And then the fire department comes in and puts a big continuous douse of water, and the kids can just go down. Most of them go in their own in their street clothes, whatever they had. So
yeah, Big 50 sniffed that out. We've got him a couple times on that. So we're bringing the third receiver on the trip side. We're putting him into the formation, and he's coming across the formation to block, create a little trap play, and we missed him that time.
Carry was by Solomon, and he did lose a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11 now at the Wasatch 19-yard line. It is given to Solomon. This time he breaks through, catches a few yards.
50's there again. It's going to be tough. And they've made adjustments at halftime. That stung them in the first half, so they've made some adjustments, and they're playing that pretty well.
It'll be 3rd, and looks like about 7 now. It looks like the carry there was a gain for Hutch Solomon of about 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 7 now. 3rd and 7, 7:38 left here in the third quarter at Wasatch High School. Wasatch down 24-0. Matt Kelson, couple of claps. Again, gives it to Hutch Solomon. Are you a little surprised there's not a pass play on this, Ken?
Well, you're hoping that that's what they're thinking. They're spreading out, and a lot of times it comes to how many people are in the box.
Right.
If you've got 5 in the box, you got 5 blockers up front.
Okay.
You're going to run it.
Those are good numbers.
You get more in the box, you're going to want to pass it. So they're Orem's disguising it well, or they're beating us on the one-on-ones.
Wasatch back to punt once again. Cole Moore had a beautiful kick last time up, a 45-yarder. This one snaps in the grass.
Good job getting that off,
but at least it is out.
Get on that thing.
Again, takes an Orem bounce.
We don't want him returning it. Great job, that young man, Cole Moore. Not a great snap.
Yeah, the snap was in the grass.
Those are some big Division I prospects coming at him too. So good job getting that off.
I got to say, I watched some film of the game last week and the week before. 3 weeks ago, what was the last home game? We had the snap problems. You remember that?
Right.
And I haven't. That's the first time. I got to say that I've seen a snap problem.
No, I agree.
Wasatch obviously has improved that part of the game.
Kudos to Coach Knight and the offensive line. They've gotten stronger. They've had some deal, but they're playing a very good D line and they're doing well.
Kawa hands off to Ayanga once again.
That's killing us.
Still on his feet. He's down the right sideline. He's going to go he's got one more player, finally knocks him out of bounds. It looked like, I want to say that's 35 for Wasatch. That's going to be Jack Neff that finally knocked him out of bounds, but another explosive.
If they do a replay,
45-yard run.
Trying to see what that was, if it was a trap block. But again, he's coming back across the line, starting left and then coming back right. But they're just killing us on that right side and the left side.
It's going to be a 38-yard run for Ayongi. And, again, just terrorizing right now.
You're going to see a pass, and I just really don't know why.
Kawa throws it. It is complete to Akana.
Got a flag right before it. So the procedure call before, I believe. So that might be coming back.
Orem right now showing the muscles they can flex.
Right.
They are. And Wasatch, the defense, as you mentioned, Ken, they have been strong and have held and held and held. But, boy, after a while,
we had somebody else hurt.
So that is a procedure. I want to say, Ken, I believe that's the first. Is that the first flag against Orem tonight?
Yeah.
Surely there had to be one earlier.
I would have thought, but I
don't
can't remember
one.
They're just a sound team. They're just really well coached, sound. A lot has been working for them. So they haven't had to push.
First down is repeated, so it'll be 1st and 14.
Very good
reception made. That's going to be, once again, Akana made the catch and ran about 10 more yards. So
Akana kid is one of the better receivers in the state, getting a lot of attention, and you can see why. And and it comes down to the one-on-ones. They're getting the ball in space, and they're holding, and they're fitting us up. A fit would be equivalent to a block, and we're not getting off the blocks, making the tackle. So again,
the gain was, looks like if it was 1st and 14, it looks like the gain was about 12 on the play. It looks like they're having something where Ka'awat has to come off. I don't know if it's because of a uniform problem, but right now a new quarterback has stepped onto the field. And I saw the referee talk to the quarterback, and he made a little motion with his hands, but then he had to come off. So
Iangi is split to the left. He's in the slot, so this kid is he's a weapon. So wherever he goes, they're going to use him.
Oliver Bills has come in. He's going to hand off, and it was not handed off. He kept it. Beautiful fake. And Bills himself ran it all the way down near the goal line. So
equivalent of the new age option, again coming across the quarterback's face, and you fake it to him, and it clears out your linebackers, and he just kept it. And a lot like a midline play,
just like that. It is 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. No, I take it back. It's showing 2nd. It's got to be 1st and goal.
It is. They
passes up into the end zone.
Get it out, Aid. Get it out, Aid.
And they're going to call.
Great position on Aiden. He did what he needed to do. He ripped it. That's a D1 receiver right there. So good job.
Aoi Akana, touchdown.
Boy, what a good player.
And that brings the score to 30-0. And just like that, I mean, it's crazy, Ken. It's like Orem almost doubled their score in 7 minutes of the third quarter. So
Aiden Kinzinger is 5'9", and Akana's 6'3". And apparently Akana kicks field goals, too.
Yeah, Akana's been kicking the field goals all night. So just like that.
Good athlete.
It's the touchdown and the extra point.
Great ball.
Orem High School, 31, Wasatch nothing here with 5:56 left in the third quarter. Ken, it's a tough feeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And yet, I've seen crazier things. You've seen teams can come back. They just need a little momentum, right? There just needs to be a couple of breaks here or there.
So the other team, too, it's like a heavyweight fight, Brent. The better athletes are going to wear you down. And there are a lot of good athletes over. I mean, kudos to Orem. I mean, not only that good athletes, they're very well coached. As are we. Most of our kids have not had a lot of varsity experience, so they're getting a taste of it. And right off the bat, this elite game, outside of Timpview, one of the best teams in the league right here. I mean, this is a battle. Yeah, a little scuffle there.
A little scuffle there.
I'm not really sure.
Kick will go into the end zone for touchback, but we're not sure who that flag's going to go against.
I turn into my dad when I see stuff like that, so I'm sure it's going to be an unsportsmanlike on that young man. I'm not going to even give his number, but he's high-fiving everybody across the thing for taking a shot at
from the Orem
at one of our kids, yeah.
We haven't seen where it's marching off towards.
That could be us.
And because, when you have it with both players, I guess the potential for both. They aren't marching it. No, they're starting at the 20, and they're going to march it back against Wasatch.
Oh, yes, it was on us. I just saw him tangled up, and our kid looking like he looked like got a blindside there.
Boy, there's just no breaks right now.
Nope.
So the march off will be an unsportsmanlike conduct call. That'll be 10 yards. So Wasatch will get pushed back to the 10, to their own 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. It won't be a 20. But
Coach Morgan's not going to be happy that, you can be frustrated all you want when you start hurting the team and putting us in a bad position.
Wasatch up against some tough Right now, the handoff is given to, I believe that was, we're back to Brand. I could be wrong. I know.
Solomon was in last series.
Yeah, Solomon. Hutch Solomon was.
No, that's Will Anderson.
Okay, it's back to Anderson then. Okay.
So there
William
was
Anderson.
That success we had in the first half on the little on that inside run is no longer going to be an option. So
it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Look for Mac to throw.
3 yards for Anderson. 3 wideouts on the left. Now it's given to Anderson again. He's going to get a couple more. We do have some type of a situation down here on the Wasatch sideline. They are working on a player. I watched from the beginning. He was standing. I didn't ever get the number, but I saw that eventually
Mr. Kelly
was laid down, and then about 4 different emergency people came over, and they're working on
Mr. Kelly's got a phone to his ear, and that's a serious look. Let's hope.
Yeah, the group that's around them there. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Kelson passes the play.
Nice catch.
It looks like it's caught. It'll be a little short of the first down.
Got to find the sticks. Got to find the first down.
And that will mean, I would imagine Wasatch would not want to take a risk this close to the. They're going to go for it. It's going to be 4th and 1. And never was a bigger 4th and 1 of the night, Ken. We just don't want to let them have it from here. So it'll be 4th and 1. They're going to give it to, Kelson keeps it, and it's going to be a first down. A little, just like Orem did with Ka'awa earlier.
Nice job.
Actually, not Ka'awa. When Ka'awa came off, it was Bill.
So they're gonna suspend.
Another flag just was thrown.
I thought they were gonna bring that ambulance right to he may come on the field. So this might be a little bit of delay.
There is an ambulance coming in.
So we've got a pretty serious medical situation.
He's on the ground and they're working on him. We have no idea who it is.
No idea on who it is, but just the reaction of what's going down there, it's pretty serious. So let's, hopefully everything turns out okay. But that's why we have emergency medical folks, and they're going to come from the side. They're going to get him and go. So
the play was down. Wasatch got the first down. Kelson with the run, but now there was also an unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Orem Tigers. So. There's a break for Wasatch. They've
been pretty classy most of the day too. So
it'll be first. Yeah, both teams that way.
Could be some second team kids in a little bit.
It'll be 1st and 10, and again that's going to be Anderson. He's going to get a couple yards, and we're going to try our best to give you. I can't take my eyes off down here on the sideline. Or whatever serious situation there is.
I wish we just load him and go. I don't know why we got issues.
Something to do. There is a stretcher.
Let's just get him going. Hard to watch the game, guys. So we're gonna we'll do our best here, but there's a serious medical situation on the sidelines.
I think they might actually suspend play.
Yeah, they're going to. Coach Mr. Kelly's going to lock it up.
So they're going to suspend play for a moment. They're going to have they're going to explain to the teams that there is some type of serious medical situation going on with a Wasatch player on the sideline. Both teams are going to go to their sidelines, and they're going to suspend play for just a few moments here. And there's a very, very concerned quietness on the crowd.
I'm going to try not to be insensitive, but I am going to try to get some scores here for those who.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So
and not a lot called in, or I am not reloading here. There we go a little bit, and I'm just going to hit some that might be Provo over Juab, which was inevitable. 34-0. Our neighbors South Summit are beating Grand right now 29-0, and South Summit's had a tough go of it year. That might be their first win. Cypress team that we played earlier in the season is getting beat by Fremont at halftime, 41-6.
A lot of activity. This is really first night of region for a lot of teams. I know some teams had region last week, but all of the teams in Region 7 for Wasatch are playing for the first time tonight. So
for those Super League fans, Corner Canyons at halftime over Skyridge 21-14. So close game there. And my Eagles, Duchesne High, are beating Enterprise, down in Enterprise. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. That's not an easy place to play. Maple Mountain over Cedar Valley. That's another region. Maple Mountain for 17-14. And Maple Mountain has had a great year right now, halftime.
Maple Mountain.
So that is, yeah.
We were looking at that earlier. Of the 5A top 10 teams, 4 of them are Region 7. So Maple's at number 5.
That's they played well.
At 10, Orem 2, and Timpview 1.
Springville down to Timpview at Timpview 31-0.
I also know there were, with the other sports here at Wasatch High School, volleyball has begun their region play. They've got a win the other night against Springville. And so, well, everyone, Sting TV, we thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and just pause, and we'll be right back. As we find anything out about this player that's down, we will let you know. So thanks for joining us. We're going to sign off for just a moment with the audio, and we'll be right back.
That's Parker Turner's.
Okay, well, we're back to action, and we'll hopefully find out more information about the Wasatch player that was just carted off the field. So both teams, Orem showing
nice
great
run
respect.
From Will Anderson.
2nd and 8. That'll be Anderson gaining about 4 or 5 more yards.
So what has not been good to us this quarter has now just opened up again. So that was where we found some success earlier in the game. Good, and I don't know good news structurally, but the young man was breathing, and so they've taken him off in an ambulance and hope for the best.
3rd and 3 for Wasatch. The handoff, boy, once again,
that kid
got a few more yards.
Love it
down, but not quite enough.
Love it
for the first down. That would be Anderson again, I believe.
Not giving up, running hard. I love it. That's a nice job.
William Anderson, number 19, and it's going to be 4th and 2, and Wasatch once again going for it.
Starting defense for Orem is in, so they want to keep this shutout. Be nice to see a little bit of success here.
Matt Kelson back with Anderson behind him, and we haven't seen a pass once in this series.
And you're not
going to do it. He's met at the line, and I'm just not. So Orem Tigers make a stand. They will take over on possession. And the Wasatch Wasps will come off. And the defensive unit will come on. And Orem will find themselves in Wasatch territory at the 44-yard line with 1 minute, 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Up 30-0.
Great night for football. We're up in this booth, so we're a little sheltered. They're talking about back to pass.
Back to pass.
Oh, my head. That was he threw him to the ground.
That's going to be a reception.
He threw him to the ground.
Kelly Wesley is going to be brought down at the 1 yard line. It looked like right in front of a referee, too.
It was. It was the white hat. And, oh, my.
Not sure. So
I'm
Wesley was the receiver.
I'm perplexed.
And ran about 12 more yards and ran into a Wasatch defender that brought him down at the 1 yard line. So in one play, Orem will be first and goal at the 1 yard line.
Great team. I don't want to take anything from it, but you just you just got thrown to the ground in front of the white hat and no call. Yeah, go to
handoff. Will go
tackle.
to number 23. That's Zachary Graver. Sorry, I apologize. Zachary Graver. And that's another touchdown. It'll be 36-0. And again, we started this quarter at 17-0. Ken, they've just doubled their score.
Yeah.
In muscle flexing fashion. So just a couple of tough breaks going on for Wasatch after a first half of just maintaining enough. And, they came out of the tunnel with just lots of energy. But, boy, Orem doing the old 1-2 right now over Wasatch on homecoming. So 37-0 is the score. 1 minute, 6 seconds left. Here in the third quarter, Wasatch just needing a little momentum. And momentum's a crazy thing, Ken. It's,
it's either for or against you, huh?
And right now, the momentum feeling very much against Wasatch. So 1 minute, 6 seconds left in the third quarter. We talked a little bit about this tough Region 7. And Region 7 right now, Timpview has the returning 5A state champion. They are the returning champs coming back here to Region 7. And Orem looking to improve on their second round exit of the state tournament last year. And right now it's looking like it'll be a fun battle. These two teams will actually play each other just in a couple of weeks, I believe. I was just looking at the Orem schedule. Yeah, Orem is, they don't play Timpview until the last week of the season.
Yeah, that's going to be
on October 16th.
Yeah, they're setting up a big one.
So that'll be, they're going to play tough teams up until that point, so you never know. Wasatch knew that they were going to be running into a steamroller, and we're meeting every little challenge they could in that first half. So, but momentum, as we said, Ken.
Well,
we're just going to do all we can to push for some little momentum here.
At least we forget this is one of the best teams in the state right here.
Absolutely.
They're showing why.
We were talking before the game about Orem, and I went back to do a little history. Orem was a state juggernaut back in the 2017 season when they were in 4A. So they won the state championship 2017 and 18 as the 4A state champs.
So much talent.
And then joined the 5A in 19 and immediately won the state championship again 2 years in a row. So four-peat in two different divisions. And that is dynasty.
It was a dynasty.
Yeah.
And they had a great coaching staff. Some good players along the way, obviously.
Well, Some players that are in the NFL.
NFL, Rookie of the Year, right? I mean, All Pro. I mean, he was a
Puka Nacua is
he
who we're
was
talking
a he was a difference maker.
Wasatch 1st and 10 as the pass is actually complete.
Oh, it's a nice pass.
Right up the middle. That's still on his feet.
Wow.
That is
so
Braxton Morris.
So defenseless receiver. Yeah, I mean, it's not defenseless in the case that he's got going for the ball, but he's hung up with 5 guys and then takes one to the face. Good, it's aggressive.
Here's my worry, Ken.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly where you're going.
The horn went off.
Yeah.
Before the snap. And all I'm picturing here,
I'm a little worried that we're going to.
I'm picturing that we're going to get.
I want to come out of here with as few injuries as we can as well. So great job by. Was that Jordan Nilsson?
But it looks like they are.
So it was
to Wasatch.
And it was, and if I say it was, then I get blown up on here that I'm a homer. But there's just something about the game when the kid stood up and you're winning by 30. And he's a good player, too. I mean, he's a great player, but looked like helmet. He led with the helmet, too, so maybe that might be a factor. I don't know.
So what are you referring to?
So you can't lead with the helmet now.
So was there a penalty against Wasatch?
No, it was against Orem.
Against Orem, okay.
So our receiver had caught the ball. It was held up by 2 or 3 guys, and linebacker came in and just laid the wood to him in his face, to the front. And you get hit like that.
So so let's just recap what happened there at the end of the third quarter. I thought we were going to get. I thought they were going to say no play because the clock went off.
Oh,
and that's what I was worried about.
Oh,
but here I'm a little confused about something. Now, don't they switch directions at the quarter? Anyway, so it's now the beginning of the fourth quarter, and I thought normally they switch directions, but that's just me. So Wasatch will take over at the Orem 38-yard line, 39-yard line, 1st and 10, and with great promise here of getting into the red zone to possibly score. Handoff will be given. That's going to be back to Brand.
And
Richard Brand.
Right back to what he did in the first half. And so we're seeing a little bit of success there, and Coach Morgan is staying with that.
Okay, so it looks like what happened is they let that play be the last play of the third quarter is now what I'm picturing. That was very, very confusing, and I don't think the scoreboard had that either because it still showed 12. So add that on to the mass confusion of some of the things that have happened tonight. Right. And in either case, Wasatch will now face north in the fourth quarter, and the gain will be, I don't believe they got a first down on it, so it'll be a second down play to begin the fourth quarter.
I believe so.
And we'll do that. So, again, we want to thank you all for joining us here on Sting TV. We appreciate your attendance tonight. The homecoming game has been entertaining, to say the least. Sometimes when you watch these really good teams, you can learn a lot. And Wasatch most definitely is in a role right now to have, well, we'll say, is an encouraging fourth quarter. And that'll start right now. Wasatch up. They're on the Orem 32-yard line, 33-yard line, 1st and 10. And here we go with the fourth quarter. Matt Kelson's going to be back to pass. He's got a little time.
Screenplay. And Max
is
being
run out. Pass is going to be thrown away. So it'll be it'll be second down now. And the scoreboard had that wrong. It was not first down. It is third down.
Yeah, you're right.
It's third down because that was the play before the imaginary third quarter was over.
The thing you got to be careful on a screenplay like that going that long is getting an ineligible receiver downfield. Okay. And it probably was, and it didn't get called. So,
all right, third down. And about 5. 3rd and 5 for Wasatch. Even after the penalty, Wasatch needs to convert this. Kelson's going to run up the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to hit shoulders head on. Unfortunately,
still competing. Still competing.
Yeah. And it's close to the first down.
And then, I talked about that a little earlier. I think for us to be successful, Mac's going to have to run a little bit.
Yeah,
because they're covered up. They're closing down the interior, and this might be a good time for him to get a few yards safely.
4th down and 2. Wasatch is 0 for 4 tonight on 4th down conversions. Matt Kelson's in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. And it is taken, and it's going to be a first down and more.
Great job
for Richard Brand.
And that's you're running against the ones in there, so he's running hard, and we're doing something right. It's a good blocking scheme. Kudos to Coach Knight and Coach Morgan. And the reason why they want, this is obviously a game plan they came in with, and it's been successful. And so we take this to the next game, right? So this might be, I'm not going to say it was out of hand, but it's looking that way.
First and 10.
We can take some success.
In the red zone, the completion good. That's Cash Coombs. He's brought down quickly for no gain.
These dudes are just this team just gets to the ball.
Yeah, they are big, they're strong and fast. It'll be 2nd and 10. It looked like no loss on the play, but it'll be 2nd and 10. And it's from about the Orem 20-yard line. Kelson has thrown a little bit more these last couple of possessions here. He'll throw again. As a man, incomplete, just a little out of reach of Coombs.
So great coverage. So they're playing zone, and everybody's covered up. But it looks like again, and I've seen it a couple times a night. Whether they can get the ball to him or not. But Braxton Probst has been open on his one-on-one in the corner, and Mac's thrown it underneath. So it's just happening too late, right?
Okay.
We see it at the very end, but what Mac's seeing is somebody coming across the middle and he's wide open.
3rd and 10. Wasatch backfield is Richard Brand with Matt Kelson.
He's been in a hard count all night. Orem's been disciplined.
And that's going to be a little movement on the offense. So
gotta be us.
Just at the wrong time. That's just not when we needed it right there. That's going to be a procedure call against Wasatch. It's going to bring him back about 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 15 now for a first down. They were in the red zone. Not quite in the red zone, were they? They weren't quite there. So 3rd and 15, 8:20 left here in this game. Kelson avoids the rush. He's got a little time. A player in the end zone, no good.
Yeah.
No flag.
Well.
And looks like Kelson was going toward a spot.
Right.
And one of the other players went juked instead of jugged.
Well, and you had 2 kids right in there, but at the end of the day, when you came out of the end zone, you had 3 Orem Tigers and 4 Orem Tigers and 3 Wasatch. So when you have an extra hat there, you're always going to have the advantage. But Mac's just, he's trying to make something happen, trying to get on the scoreboard.
4th and 15.
So they're in a zone.
Need to make some magic here, Wasatch.
They're in a 3-deep zone, just kind of setting back. It's a 2-high zone. We're just giving a lot of room.
Kelson's got time. Throws it up. That's going to be intercepted by Orem. That'll actually.
And we got to come back and you got to turn into defender then. The ball was underthrown.
I didn't see who the pass was intercepted by.
Oh, it intended for Mason Gomez. I don't know who that was.
Yep.
It's not been 0 for. It's not been Rasmussen. Rasmussen's usually been on the right side, and I'm with you. I do not know who that is over there.
Now that's going to be the first turnover of the night for Wasatch.
Yeah,
and I was going to tell you another stat earlier. Orem Tigers. They haven't fumbled a ball in any of their first 4 games.
They're a well-disciplined team. This is a team that's going to make some noise and hopefully give Timpview a run.
New quarterback in there.
This kid can run.
Orem.
This is the one who scored.
Yeah, that's
the quarterback that came in and replaced
the Oliver Bills.
Yeah, he is He's a quick, so somebody different to look at, and going to run a little bit more than number 11.
So now you have a running tandem of Yongi and Bills. That almost sounds worse.
Yeah.
In some ways. Orem 2, second down and 7. Wasatch just wanting to hold him. Handoff is going to be this time to Zachary Graver. Graver's going to get a first down.
Yeah, he runs the ball hard. And you're seeing some two. And when I say twos, no disrespect to anybody. It's second team kids across the board for Orem offensively, which is classy. And they're still having success, still moving the ball. Same offense, same blocking scheme. So just got to pick it up. And this is there's a well-coached team, but very athletic team.
6:08 left here in this game. Wasatch down 37-0. Back into the game is Oliver Bills, the quarterback. He throws. It's complete. Going to be maybe a gain of a yard or
maybe
two.
So. Yeah.
Looks like the pass was completed to, once again, Zachary Graver. So it'll be second down and about 9 for the Orem Tigers. Watching around, we're going to be trying to get more of those scores of the Region 7 and other scores.
I saw one, Spanish Forks over Mountain View 28-27. I'm sure Mountain View's not in our region, but
right.
Crimson Cliff, if anybody's interested, Crimson Cliff Desert Hills in the southern part, locked up 14-14. Uinta has been on a run, but they ran into Timpanogos, and right now, 7 minutes left in the third quarter, it's 42-13 Timpanogos. So
the gain on that play was actually a loss of yards, so it's 3rd and 10. Bills passes, and it's no good.
Right.
So it'll be 4th down, and Orem will punt.
And we know Bills can throw. Not a bad ball.
Looking at the scores, the Deseret News, they've got. Yeah, I'm in the wrong spot.
So Park City.
You're looking at
Park City is always going to be an interest to me, and they kind of steamrolled through the region last year. 28-21, a minute left in the third quarter over Murray. So Murray's playing some ball.
I thought for a minute, Orem looked like they were going to go for it on 4th and 10, but they are not. So their punter is out. He is going to go. They're going to do. Oh, he's going to run and kick it. So
that's a kind of good athlete. Why not?
The ball will go out of bounds at about the Wasatch.
I just think that's classy.
37-yard line.
The coach, he's not. Why go for it? Give your special teams little thing. Here's an interesting one. The brand new school, Westfield.
Yeah.
That's up in, I guess it's far north in Ogden. Over Logan, 27-14. 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
I heard a little bit about Logan. They're not super strong,
but it's
still Westfield, new school.
And we're seeing that more, Brent. We're seeing that more new schools popping up and doing really well. So is the talent all going to the new school, new facilities, and we'll deal with that in a year, right?
Wasatch with a new quarterback. They will have Joseph Bradley.
Yeah, Joseph
out
is
there. Bradley we saw a few weeks ago.
He's a warrior. Had a great drive last week. I watched.
Yeah, he had. I was going to say the last. There's Bradley running. He's going to get a few yards.
Gain of 3.
Yeah, I saw that at the end of the last game. He had
started at the 2-yard line, deep and between running and passing, and again, my short stint coaching. Joseph would come in and just shred the defense. He is tough to guard.
Couple of yards on that play. Passes complete.
Nice ball.
That's going to be complete.
Nice ball
to Drexton Morris once again. We got to Ken. We got to give Drexton Morris so far.
Yeah,
he is the offensive player of the night.
Yeah.
Wasatch,
I like the running back by committee. I like Anderson and Brand have done a great job. But receiver wise, Drexton has done a great job. What a great pass.
Beautiful pass. Back to again is Bradley passing.
Mason
this time
Gomez.
Complete again. That'll be another yard gain
nice
of about
job,
8 yards. Just like that, Wasatch has about 25 yards of gains.
I'd love to see Mace
just a
come
couple
back.
plays.
When you come back inside and catch that ball with that corner coming at that angle, it's always great to dip outside.
Bradley hands this one off. That's a new running
Bottled
back
up, yep.
also in there. That's going to be
See if I can get a number for you. 41.
41. So that's going to be William Brand is the running back. And so
Well, didn't we have what's the other brand?
looks like we're going to have a timeout. Yeah, there's another Brand on the team, and I don't remember which
That
one
he
that
is
is.
23.
Okay.
Richard Brand.
Oh, yeah, Richard Brand. That's
So
the one.
William is a sophomore, and Richard is a junior. So we're gonna have both those young men back, which is good, right?
A minute 47 left in the game. Wasatch just wanting to get on the board. A 37-0 lead for Orem. Has been a dominant show tonight for the Tigers. Looking at the score, Cedar Valley, it's still showing them up over Maple Mountain, 17-14. That is a big upset if that were to continue.
I'm telling you, and Maple has been playing lights out. So where's Cedar Valley? And what have they done, Coach? What's Cedar Valley's record so far?
Cedar Valley, I saw that Cedar was ranked actually below Wasatch is 17.
That's
Cedar
what I'm saying.
was 20
They've not been too successful up to now. So, again, guys, film and making adjustments week to week. If you can do it successfully, this is a nice job.
Bradley.
Yeah, tough throw for him.
Throw is incomplete.
Hutch Solomon was a target, and I don't think Hutch has had a pass thrown to him tonight outside of that one.
Showing fourth down on the field, and if it's fourth down, it'll be fourth and about 3. Scoreboard is showing third down, but I do believe, so this will be Wasatch, again, has not converted on a fourth down tonight. Joseph Bradley will get his first chance at it right here, and it goes through his hands, so that'll be down.
Coming hot.
That'll be to Orem. So
what a good drive he had going too.
The opportunity not there for Wasatch to get on the board. So 55 seconds left in this game.
Guys, and Brad, little sprinkle of Joseph Bradley, man.
Yeah.
Now listen, he's playing against twos. There's some twos out there. But he's a legit quarterback and going to be good for us next year.
Yeah, I was going to say Bradley's a junior.
Yeah, I love to watch him play.
He has decent size.
And I've said it
got
before.
a good arm.
He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Other scores for you, Ken. Timpview over Springville, 45-0.
Yeah. So
That's
similar
a little
to this.
surprising. I thought Springville was a little stronger than that, but Springville's ranked 10th.
Right. And you know what? They're not as strong as they've been in the past. So I'm surprised about that. They had a good win early in the season over Dixie, and then I think they lost a game that I was very surprised.
Back in quarterback once again for Orem. That's going to be some type of that's going to be a time clock, so it'll be a procedure against Orem, so it'll come back a little bit. West Jordan, we talked about, Ken, they are up over Layton 17-10. West Jordan got dismantled by Orem last week.
But again,
they're coming back.
It's a good team. Listen, guys, when I walked on the field this afternoon, Orem looked like a D1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a size
D1,
difference
the
in
size.
the teams,
they are legitimate.
Fremont over Cypress right now, 48-6. And Weber, who Wasatch lost to last week, beating Granger 21-7. That's going to be a keeper by Bills. Wasatch swarming over them. So that play was, and that'll be the game. So that'll be the final play of the game. That'll be the Wasatch homecoming game.
I'm not sure who number 6 was, but he just blew us a kiss. That was nice of him.
Okay, well.
Well, thank you.
Wasatch final score here on homecoming, 37-0 loss to a very, very tough Orem Tigers.
Yeah.
Ken, I think we're going to hear a lot about this Orem team coming up.
And before I go on, hope everyone's safe. We had a few people hurt. We had a young man taken out on an ambulance, and so hopefully prayers with his family, and hope everything is good. Being in public safety for 20 years, I like that he's breathing.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the issue there. And I know there's some other long-term things that could come from that, but but breathing is always good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're moving on. So to hope his parents are doing well, we will not name the young man until the school releases something. But
until we hear something. So,
but you know what, Brent? You come into some of these games and you know this is going to be a formidable opponent, and you may even think, gosh, you know, this is going to be a tough game to call. It's not been. We've done some good things tonight that I'm really impressed with. I'm over the moon of that first half.
For sure, yeah, that's definitely going to be some of the things they'll go to, like you say, the chalkboard, the film,
right,
and be able to look at great things. We talked about it earlier. I think Drexton Morris is such a bright spot.
Boy, we have called his name all night tonight. And I would love to give him more play, but man, I'm going to Brandon Anderson running the ball.
And then Richard Brand, great tandem there.
So they have done well. And listen, that's not an easy defense to run against, right?
Well, it's going to be probably one of the toughest ones they see all year.
Absolutely, outside of Timview, and they and good job to Coach Morgan and Coach Knight for putting a scheme together that's going to expose that a little bit.
And then kudos, you have to always, the mantle that's been put on Matt Kelson's shoulders, as a senior, it's a tough thing to do that. And
right.
And
just the same thing same thing using excuses for officials. JoJo went down. He was a big part of this offense. And if you've not seen this young man play before, you have no idea some of the things he brings to the table for Wasatch. Right. So it deflated him. So for Mac to pick that up and kind of carry this, and Mac's carried this team for quite a few years, folks.
Yep.
So if you don't judge on these last few games, this kid has given a lot to Wasatch High. So, but hey, again, played way over our heads in that first half, right? Yep. And outside of some breaks, Brent, we're in that game
and made Orem pause.
They had absolutely
to really make them do and that's what you want. Just let's make them work. If they're going to beat us, let's make them break records. Let's do whatever you can. Well, let's look a little bit ahead here at the Wasatch future. We have this game tonight. Orem down in the books, a 37-0 loss. Next week, Wasatch will be at Maple Mountain. Maple right now losing to Cedar Valley. And then after that at Springville. The next home game will not be until number 1 Timpview comes to town on October 4th. And then the rounding out the season as Cedar Valley, a game at Cedar Valley, and then the game. And this is a little, I don't know if this is correct because it's showing Springville twice. So there's obviously something wrong with this schedule here for Wasatch on the Max Preps. For Orem will take a ride to Logan next week in a non-conference battle against Skyview, and then they will have a home game against Maple on the road at Cedar, and then Springville, and then the final game of their schedule is one I'd like to see again against
that will be good. But you look at this Wasatch team, we're learning a little bit every week. You know what I mean? And every week, 1 week we're going to be successful throwing the ball. Yep. 1 week we're going to be successful running the ball. And then there's going to be a few games that we're going to put it all together, and it's really going to click for us. I saw a lot of bright spots. Obviously, I'm really partial to this defense, and they've done a good job. And whether our viewers outside of you take a couple of those little holds away, and we shore this up.
That's right.
So great job defensively. But
only one turnover.
Yeah,
the one turnover.
And I thought the offense played well.
Yep.
I mean, there was some bright spots there. And listen, and I say it every week. That Joseph Bradley is a baller.
Okay.
I mean, I love that drive. Obviously, whether it's bad snap or he mishandled it, either way, it's on the ground and it's in the hands of the team. But man, I like what I see.
Right.
So can he do that against the ones? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Max got it against him, and you got to understand too. with Max laying down a body of work for the last 3 years of what a good quarterback he is, teams are coming in shooting for him.
Yeah.
He is when you're a defensive guy, he is the number one guy on the board that you're going, you got to contain Mac Kelson. You can't let him throw deep. He will shred you. So that's again, like you said, that's some big shoulders to put on you, to put on Mac.
A lot of positives tonight to look for. But nonetheless, a tough loss. It's a tough beat down.
But always fun to do a game with you, Brent, and this crew. What a fantastic job, the truck. If viewers got to watch this. And I'll tell you what, from the last year, kids that have graduated are going back watching this YouTube. So kudos to these guys for putting it on here for them. And they're not so excited about Coach Purdy once in a while criticizing them. That's going to last with forever. But, they'll get over it. No, they love it, and what a great job they do, and what a great night for homecoming and the Giles family as well. That was really cool to see 65 members of them come together. So, anyway,
it was a big crowd.
Yeah, it was. It was great.
I had friends come to the game and could not find a seat. They came a little late. They had to sit over on the other side.
I'm going to tell you what, Wasatch football always has a good crowd, and I wish we would support our other teams like we support football, but I'm not going to complain right here. Full stands, and you see a lot of alumni here and a lot of parents who don't have kids that play anymore but still come out. And what a great community. We're really lucky.
For those watching, we appreciate you watching on Sting TV. Corey Lang and his class, these first few weeks of school, I think he's building a good foundation for the rest of the season.
He does a phenomenal job.
There's only one more home game, Ken. There's only one more home football game. But for any viewers watching, if any sponsors are interested in sponsoring, we have lots of time that we can do commercials, we can do mentions, and we can do that, and an entire season still
and remember,
of Wasatch sports, volleyball, soccer, basketball, of course, coming up.
These people in the community are realize they're not funding Sting TV. It's for the kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Ultimately, these kids will have this forever. This goes on YouTube and it's locked. These guys can make their own little playlist and put all their games that they've done in there and go back when they have kids and say, look what Coach Purdy said about me. He said I should have pulled the ball in. He goes, what does this guy know? So, no, I'm just kidding, but it's great for the kids.
For Corey Lang and the gang in the truck, we thank you for joining us on Sting TV. Once again, final score, Orem 37, Wasatch 0 on homecoming. And we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks when Tipview comes to town. Until then, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.